How does a nation smaller than New Jersey, with very few natural resources, produce some of the world's most powerful family dynasties? While tech startups and the Silicon Wadi grab the global headlines, the real, foundational story of Israel's economic might is written in the names of a handful of families. These aren't just billionaires. They're the architects of an entire nation's industry, builders of empires forged in the crucible of a new country. They didn't just participate in the economy. In many ways, they are the Israeli economy. Today, we're counting down our editorial selection of 10 of the richest and most influential Jewish family businesses connected to Israel. This isn't a definitive official list, but a curated look based on the latest available public information, which is always shifting. We'll uncover the secrets behind fortunes that have shaped a nation, from the most humble of beginnings to multi-billion-dollar global conglomerates. From a single shipping vessel to world-leading technology, these are the stories of vision, perseverance, and staggering wealth. Stick with us to discover who holds the top spot. Number 10. The Aviram family. We kick off our list not with a traditional multi-generational dynasty, but with a modern titan of the industry that defines Israel today: technology. The Aviram family's fortune, primarily built by the visionary entrepreneur Ziv Aviram, represents the new face of Israeli wealth. While our list is filled with empires built over decades, the Aviram story is a testament to the explosive power of innovation. The family's wealth is anchored by Ziv Aviram's personal fortune, which is estimated to be around $1.4 billion. This story doesn't start in a dusty workshop in the 1950s. It starts in the high-stakes world of Israeli high-tech. Ziv Aviram is a name behind some of the most groundbreaking tech of the 21st century. He's the co-founder of two billion-dollar companies, or unicorns, a feat very few entrepreneurs in the world can claim. The first and most famous is Mobileye. Founded in 1999, Mobileye had a vision that seemed like science fiction at the time: to develop vision-based advanced driver assistance systems, essentially giving cars the ability to see and drastically reduce the risk of collisions. In a world just starting to understand AI's potential, Aviram and his partner Amnon Shashua were already building it. They faced huge skepticism. Investors were wary, and the auto industry was slow to adopt new tech. For years, they bootstrapped and tirelessly pitched their product. Their persistence paid off. Mobileye's technology became the gold standard, integrated into cars from dozens of major manufacturers. The climax came in 2017 when tech giant Intel acquired Mobileye for a staggering $15.3 billion, at the time the largest ever acquisition of an Israeli tech company. The deal sent shockwaves through the Israeli economy and cemented Ziv Aviram's status as a tech luminary. But Aviram wasn't done. He immediately pivoted to his next venture, Orcam Technologies. This time, the goal was even more ambitious: to use AI to help the visually impaired. Orcam developed a small wearable device that can read text, recognize faces, and identify products for people who are blind or have low vision. It's a technology that is literally changing lives, giving a new degree of independence to hundreds of thousands. Orcam hit a valuation over $1 billion, marking Aviram's second unicorn. The Aviram fortune wasn't inherited, it was created within a single generation through pure brainpower and entrepreneurial hustle. It represents a paradigm shift in how Israeli fortunes are made. Today, through the Aviram Family Foundation, Ziv and his family are focused on the next generation of Israeli innovators, investing in education and technology. The Aviram family kicks off our list as a powerful symbol of how brilliant ideas born in the startup nation have become the foundation for new dynasties. Number 9. The Arkin family. Next up, at number 9, is a family that turned the complex world of pharmaceuticals into a billion-dollar empire: the Arkin family. With a fortune estimated to be around $1.4 billion, mainly credited to its patriarch Maury Arkin, their story is a masterclass in strategic pivots. This dynasty wasn't built overnight. It was meticulously crafted over half a century, starting with a small family business. The roots of this empire go back to 1961 when Maury Arkin's father, Ziama Arkin, founded a small company to import and distribute medicines. It was a modest operation. Maury joined in 1972 after studying psychology and philosophy, a background that perhaps gave him a unique perspective on the human side of healthcare. For years, the company, Agus Industries, operated successfully but quietly. The first major turning point came when Maury Arkin made a bold move. He saw the huge potential in the generic drug market. Instead of just distributing drugs, why not make their own affordable versions? It was a high-risk, high-reward bet. It meant entering a field dominated by giant multinational corporations. The family poured its resources into this new direction, transforming Agus from a simple distributor into a full-fledged pharmaceutical manufacturer. Their bet paid off spectacularly. Agus became a leader in the generic drugs market. By the early 2000s, its success did not go unnoticed. In 2004, the American pharmaceutical giant Perrigo acquired Agus Industries for an incredible $818 million. For many, this would have been the final chapter. For Maury Arkin, it was just Act 2. He took the proceeds from the sale and doubled down on what he knew best: healthcare innovation. He founded Arkin Holdings, a private investment firm with a laser focus on the life sciences in Israel and beyond. Arkin Holdings became an active, hands-on investor, using Maury's deep industry knowledge to nurture promising biotech and medical device startups. Today, Arkin Holdings has a portfolio of dozens of companies on the cutting edge of medicine, working on everything from new cancer therapies to digital health platforms. The Arkin family's wealth is no longer tied to a single company, but is spread across the future of medicine itself.
Number 8. The Strauss family. From a humble dairy farm with just 2 cows to a global food and beverage empire, our number 8 entry is a name found in almost every Israeli kitchen: the Strauss family. The Strauss Group is one of Israel's largest food companies, and the family's story is intertwined with the history of the state itself. With a fortune estimated in recent years at around $2.6 billion, the Strauss dynasty is a testament to resilience, strategic partnerships, and iconic branding. The story begins in 1936, when Richard and Hilde Strauss, Jewish immigrants fleeing Nazi Germany, arrived in Nahariya. They weren't industrialists, they were farmers. They started a small cowshed, and Hilde, an astute homemaker, began making cheese from the surplus milk. Her homemade creations quickly gained local fame. This small enterprise, born of necessity, was the seed of a future conglomerate. By 1939, they had established the Strauss Nahariya Dairy. The second generation, led by son Michael Strauss, was the catalyst for explosive growth. He understood that to grow, the company needed to expand beyond dairy. In the 1970s, under Michael's leadership, Strauss launched 2 products that would become Israeli cultural icons: the Dani pudding and, most famously, Milky, a chocolate pudding with a layer of whipped cream whose recipe is still a closely guarded secret. But the family's biggest move was still to come. In 1997, Strauss acquired its rival Elite, famous for its coffee, and Para, or cow, brand chocolate. The merger in 2004 created Strauss Elite, a seismic event that brought 2 of the nation's most beloved food producers under one roof. The third generation, led by Michael's daughter Ofra Strauss, took the company global. She forged powerful partnerships with international giants. A joint venture with PepsiCo led to the creation of Sabra, the brand that single-handedly made hummus a staple snack in supermarkets across America. A partnership with Danone solidified their dominance in the dairy market. Today, the Strauss Group is a multinational corporation with 17,000 employees in over 20 countries, yet it remains a family business at its core, with the Strauss family still holding a majority stake. From Hilde's homemade cheese to Ofra Strauss being named one of the most powerful women in international business, the family's journey is a microcosm of Israel's own economic evolution. Number 7. The Sagel family. At number 7, we find a family that built a global empire on something most of us use every day without a second thought: the plastic. The Sagel family, founders of the Keter Group, transformed a small workshop in Jaffa into the world's leading manufacturer of resin-based household and garden products. While solid public data on their net worth is hard to pin down, their landmark 2016 deal valued their company in the billions, with many estimating the family's fortune is well north of $2 billion. The Keter story begins in 1948, the very year of Israel's founding. In a small workshop in Jaffa, the family started making plastic combs and toys. The name Keter means crown in Hebrew, a bold name for such a modest beginning. The business was driven by Sami, who steered the company towards global expansion. The key to Keter's success was a focus on both design and technology. They didn't just make cheap plastic goods, they made smart, durable, and good-looking products. They pioneered resin-based garden sheds, outdoor storage boxes, and patio furniture, items traditionally made of wood or metal. Keter's products were weather-resistant, easy to assemble, and required almost no maintenance. This simple but brilliant concept revolutionized the home and garden market. Keter expanded aggressively, opening factories in Europe and North America. Their products under brands like Keter, Curver, and Alibert filled the aisles of major retailers like Home Depot and Walmart. What truly set Keter apart was its commitment to R&D. The company holds hundreds of patents, including one for a proprietary material called Duotech, a composite that looks and feels like weathered wood but has the durability of resin. This allowed them to create high-end products that broke the stereotype of plastic as a cheap material. For nearly 70 years, Keter remained a privately owned family business. The culmination of their work came in 2016, when they sold an 80% stake to the private equity firm BC Partners. The deal valued Keter at a massive $1.7 billion, a testament to the incredible value they had built from that tiny Jaffa workshop. The Sagel family story proves that with ingenuity, even the most common material can be the foundation of a royal fortune.
Number 4. The Wertheimer family. From a tiny backyard workshop to a global industrial powerhouse so successful it caught the eye of the world's most legendary investor, the story of the Wertheimer family is the stuff of Israeli legend. Coming in at number 4, the Wertheimers, led by patriarch Steph Wertheimer, built an empire on the razor's edge of precision manufacturing. With a family fortune estimated at around $7.6 billion, their journey is a powerful saga of grit and uncompromising quality. The story begins in 1952 in Naharia. Steph Wertheimer, a German-born immigrant who had fled the Nazis, started a small metalworking shop in a shed behind his house. He had a simple lathe and a powerful idea. At the time, Israel's young industry was completely dependent on imported cutting tools. Steph believed that for Israel to achieve true economic independence, it had to produce its own. He named his company Iskar, short for Israel Carbide. The early years were a struggle. He faced skepticism and intense competition, but Steph was relentless, obsessed with precision and innovation. Iskar focused on designing specialized carbide cutting tools for industries like automotive and aerospace, developing a reputation for creating tools that were more efficient and durable than their competitors. Steph also pioneered a unique philosophy, building industrial parks that would bring together manufacturing, education, and culture to create vibrant communities. His goal wasn't just to make money, but to build a productive society and make the desert bloom with industry. Iskar grew steadily, becoming a global leader, but the ultimate validation of Steph Wertheimer's life's work came in 2006. Warren Buffett, the Oracle of Omaha, announced that his company, Berkshire Hathaway, was acquiring 80% of Iskar for $4 billion. It was Berkshire's first ever acquisition outside the United States, a massive vote of confidence in Israeli industry. In 2013, Buffett bought the remaining 20% for just over $2 billion. Even after the sale, the Wertheimer family has remained one of Israel's most influential, continuing to champion industrial development.
Steph Wertheimer's story, from the backyard shed to the blockbuster deal with Warren Buffett, is a core part of Israel's national narrative. Number 3. The Azrieli family. At number 3, we have the family that fundamentally changed the way Israelis shop, work, and live. The Azrieli family, pioneers of the modern shopping mall in Israel, built a real estate empire that has left an indelible mark on the nation's urban landscape. The family's flagship Azrieli Group is a publicly traded behemoth, and their story is one of a refugee who returned to reshape his homeland's cityscapes. The architect of this empire was David Azrieli. Born in Poland, he fled the Holocaust, eventually making his way to British Mandate Palestine in 1942. He fought in the 1948 War of Independence before leaving to study in North America, where he first made his fortune in real estate. But his heart remained in Israel. In the early 1980s, David Azrieli returned with a revolutionary idea. At the time, Israeli retail consisted of small shops on crowded streets. Azrieli envisioned something different: the large, enclosed, American-style shopping mall. In 1985, he opened what is widely considered Israel's first modern mall, the Ayalon Mall in Ramat Gan. It was an instant sensation. The Ayalon Mall was just the beginning. The Azrieli Group went on to build a portfolio of malls across the country. But David Azrieli's crowning achievement was the project that would literally change the Tel Aviv skyline, the Azrieli Center. Completed in the late 1990s, the complex of 3 skyscrapers, circular, triangular, and square, instantly became one of Israel's most recognizable landmarks. It was a symbol of Tel Aviv's emergence as a modern, global city. After David Azrieli passed away in 2014, leadership passed to his daughter, Dana Azrieli. She has continued to expand the family's legacy, moving the group into new sectors like data centers, senior housing, and hotels. The family is also known for significant philanthropic work through the Azrieli Foundation. The Azrieli family's fortune was built not on tech or finance, but on concrete and steel, and on a deep understanding of Israeli society. Every time you look at the Tel Aviv skyline, you see their enduring legacy. Number 2. The Adelson family. Our runner-up is an empire of such staggering scale that it has not only shaped skylines in Las Vegas and Asia, but has also exerted immense influence in politics and philanthropy in both the United States and Israel. The Adelson family, led by Dr. Miriam Adelson, commands a global casino and resort empire and a fortune so vast it places them in the highest echelons of global wealth. Following the passing of her husband, Sheldon Adelson, in 2021, Miriam and her family control a fortune estimated to be around $32 billion. The story of this empire is the story of Sheldon Adelson, who rose from a working-class Boston neighborhood to become one of the richest men in the world. His breakthrough came when he created the Comdex Computer Trade Show, which became the premier event in the tech industry. He sold the show in 1995 for over $800 million, providing the capital for his next and greatest ambition. Adelson's vision was to revolutionize the casino industry with integrated resorts, massive complexes combining luxury hotels, convention centers, shopping, and gambling. His first major project was the Venetian in Las Vegas, a lavish resort that recreated the canals of Venice. It was a massive success. But Adelson's true masterstroke was his early and aggressive move to Asia. He built the Sands Macau and later the Venetian Macau, transforming the region into the world's most lucrative gambling hub. He followed this with the iconic Marina Bay Sands in Singapore. Miriam Adelson, an Israel-born physician specializing in addiction, was Sheldon's partner in life and philanthropy. Together, they became monumental figures in political giving, becoming among the largest donors to the Republican Party in the United States and staunch supporters of right-wing causes in Israel. They founded the free daily newspaper Israel Hayom to promote their political viewpoint, and it quickly became the most widely read paper in the country. Their philanthropic giving was equally massive, with huge donations to causes like Birthright Israel and the Yad Vashem Holocaust Memorial. Since Sheldon's death, Miriam Adelson has taken control of the family's vast assets. In a major strategic shift, the family sold their Las Vegas properties for $6.25 billion to focus on their more profitable Asian operations and new investments. One of their first major moves was the landmark acquisition of a majority stake in the Dallas Mavericks NBA team, signaling a new chapter for the family's investment strategy. Though based primarily in the U.S., the Adelson family's financial and political influence in Israel remains unparalleled. Number 1. The Ofer family. And now at the number 1 spot, we have an empire that truly rules the waves. The Ofer family, a dynasty built on global shipping, has expanded into a multifaceted conglomerate touching nearly every aspect of the Israeli and global economy. The family's wealth is so immense that it's split between two billionaire brothers, Eyal and Idan Ofer, whose combined personal net worth is estimated to be north of $50 billion, with Eyal at over $28 billion and Idan over $22 billion. This not only makes them the richest family in Israel by a country mile, but places them among the wealthiest families in the world. The patriarch and founder of this empire was Sammy Ofer. His life story is a classic rags-to-riches tale. He immigrated to British Mandate Palestine as a child and grew up in Haifa. After serving in the British Royal Navy during World War II and the Israeli Sea Corps, he bought his first ship in the 1950s. It was a single, aging freighter, and from this humble vessel, he began to build his fleet. Sammy Ofer was a shrewd and relentless businessman. He worked tirelessly, and his company, Zodiac Maritime, grew to become one of the largest private shipping fleets in the world. His tankers, container ships, and bulk carriers became a critical part of the circulatory system of global trade. Upon Sammy Ofer's passing in 2011, his vast empire was divided between his two sons, Eyal and Idan, in a carefully planned succession. Eyal Ofer, the elder brother, took control of the international shipping giant Zodiac Group and the family's extensive global real estate portfolio. His holdings include vast commercial and residential properties in prime locations like Manhattan and London, as well as a significant stake in Israel's Mizrahi Tefahot Bank. He manages his side of the empire from Monaco and London. Idan Ofer, the younger brother, inherited the other half. His primary holding company, Quantum Pacific Group, has major stakes in the Israel Corporation, one of the country's largest holding companies. He also controls Canaan Holdings, a global company with businesses in power generation and shipping, and is diversified into sports, owning significant stakes in European football clubs. Together, the Ofer brothers command a breathtakingly diverse portfolio. Their influence is felt in the oil being transported across the Pacific, the stock price of major Israeli companies, and the luxury apartments being built in New York. The scale of their wealth is difficult to comprehend. It's a global financial empire with Israeli roots, a testament to the vision of a single man who bought one ship and his two sons who have steered that legacy into the 21st century and beyond. The Ofer family stands today as the undisputed number 1. From the tech labs of Tel Aviv to the shipping lanes of the Pacific, the stories of these 10 families are more than just tales of wealth. They are the story of modern Israel. They are stories of immigrants and innovators, survivors and visionaries who, through a combination of ambition, strategy, and relentless drive, built empires that have defined a nation's economy. Their combined fortunes represent a staggering concentration of wealth, but their influence extends far beyond their bank accounts. They've built the hotels, banks, factories, and buildings that form the backbone of the country. They have funded technologies that protect it and philanthropic endeavors that enrich it. These families represent the different eras of Israel's economic journey: the early state builders, the industrial manufacturers, the high-tech pioneers, and the global financiers. Their legacies are complex, often controversial, but undeniably powerful. They are a testament to what can be built from humble beginnings, and they continue to shape the destiny of Israel and the world. What did you think of our list? Whose story did you find the most fascinating? Is there a family you think we should have included? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of wealth and influence, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss another video. Thanks for watching.